Welcome back, everyone, to session 17 of Occupation. There was a little bit of technical difficulty with session 16, but I'll give you guys a pretty thorough recap of what the crew went through. And let's dive back into that. So, the crew, or the first half of the crew, uh, with the Tafanda station, they were offered two very different missions. The first one, offered by the Sith Dominion to infiltrate the planet Mustafar, where the Yuzon Vong were growing and breeding Terran to task. These monstrous force hunters with a steep and storied history within the galaxy, but an already pretty known vicious hunters of Sith, Jedi alike. But these ones have been enhanced by the Vong, shaped using their biotechnology to be even more formidable than they already were. Uh, and with this, Darth Dominus and Lord Gallivan decided that they needed to be removed, and requested that the Tafanda station crew make their way out there, infiltrate the planet, destroy the Shaper's Den, and potentially bring back a Terran attack for them to study. Unfortunately, the force was against the party on this one, with the half of the group splitting up. Lord Malachi and Horus making their way towards Mustafar, with Vars and Val deciding to take a different mission. The Dominion, or the Jedi, actually supplied a couple of operatives to assist with the effort, and off the group went. And even from the landing on the planet, where the Yuzon Vong pretty much are throwing ship after ship to bring them down, a little bit of struggle there, but the group was able to kind of persevere and continue on, fighting against the Welcoming Party, where they found that the Yuzon Vong were now shaping Force users as well, almost turning them into Yuzon Vong converts they could throw against the galaxy. But they were able to defeat these, defeating the monstrous Yuzon Vong fire breather. But before they could continue on to the Terran attacks, just the kind of ebb and the continuous battle and just the wounds started to pile up, and the group decided to retreat, leaving the planet and hopefully fighting for their survival. Fighting their way back out of the Shaper's Den, most of the group did escape, but Arden Tell, the young Jedi Knight, gave his life to help buy the group some space, or the opportunity to escape, utilizing the Force to its best efforts to create that opportunity, and eventually sacrificing himself to the Terran attack and becoming one with the Force. With that, Malachi, who was severely injured during the fight, losing one of his legs, and having a vision where confronted by an ominous dark being, where he promised or offered to give everything in return for power, losing even bits of himself in the process and getting some health back to be able to rejoin the fray. But though Malachi and Horus were able to make their way off planet, along with Cad, who was diligently keeping notes on this encounter, and the craziness that ensued between Horus and Malachi. But with that, after escaping, they reported back to their superiors, where Galvin was just less than pleased with Malachi's favor, or kind of failure in the mission, but was definitely displeased when Malachi started to talk back, for lack of a better way to put it, against the Sith Lord, and started to show a little less obedience to Lord Galvin. Also, when they got back, Horus was confronted by his master as well. Rather than anger or disbelief, this was just regret and disappointment. Where Horus's master told him that he hoped the Force would be with him because his faith would not be, after Horus led yet another Jedi to their death, and miraculously survived himself, lending credits to the rumors about the young Jedi. But with that, we're switching crews, because Val and Vars were the unlikely duo that decided to tackle the diplomacy mission, making their way to the planet Lowek. I don't know. I've never heard it out loud. You can look it up on Wikipedia. It's a lot of consonants. But making their way out there to the mysterious CC Rue, this species who is almost perfected the craft of droid making after being uncovered by the rebellion. And the Tafada Station crew is trying to see if they can bring them into the galactic fight, adding their strength to Tafada Station in the war efforts. And that's where we're going to pick up is this group making their way to the planet and seeing if they can convince these CC these mysterious kind of species with these enhanced droids, to join the fight against the Yuzon Vong and lend their droid making to the war effort. Before we get going, I know it's been a little bit. Does anybody have any questions or anything they wanted to verify before we get you guys in there? One thing I forgot to with the recap as well. The planet was discovered by the rebellion with one of the old PCs landing planetfall or landing on the planet Dash, who did create it's an awkward first introduction, as he thought these CC Rue creatures, who, if you've never seen them, Google them. They look like little T-Rexes, the dinosaur T-Rexes. He thought they were in his head, and when he found out they weren't, started shooting and had to be pulled off the planet. So that may color into the group's reception as well, with one of the first outsiders just unleashing.
I have a question.
Go for it.
I guess this is more so like out of character and whatnot, but like, how worried are the CC when hearing Val the Hunter of Hunters, 2 Mandalorians, and a representative of the Dominion from the Night Sisters from Dathomir, if they have any ability to know what any of that means, both with the Dathomir and the Mandalorians, how worried are the CC?
Well, the good and the bad of it is they're way out in the middle of nowhere. For anybody that has a galactic map, it's C16. So yeah, they are not aware of you guys' rumors. For good or
we
for
have
bad.
a chance.
Yeah, this is an undiscovered planet. It's cut off for well, it's not even cut off from the HowlNet. The HowlNet has not been extended to it. We should say it's not been built out that way, so they're not in the loop on that side of long range communications and all of that. Even with this group, when you guys go beyond there, you will basically, it's not snail mail, but you have to like send a message versus kind of HowlNet connecting to somebody instantaneously. Perfect. But yeah, so you guys load up into your ships, and we also had 2 NPCs join us, Quelaog from the Dathomir and Witches, as well as Tristan from the Mandalorians, joining and assisting with this endeavor as the group reached out towards their factions to help lend assistance with the Mandalorians and the Minions supplying people for this mission. But with that, you guys are loaded up into your ship. You see this kind of bright orange planet as you emerge from hyperspace. And the thing that kind of really stands out is round orbit in this planet. You see a number of different like space stations and orbital defenses, but you see droid fighters like just arrayed a defensive area. You kind of see them swarming in, swarming out. And as you guys come into out of hyperspace, you do see them start to kind of like almost inhumanly fast start to react towards your presence and starting to kind of filter out towards you. They're not shooting, but they are kind of coming out in defensive array. You see them spreading out and kind of angling towards the group's fighter. You do hear a buzz come across on your system. You hear just kind of this gravelly voice come across. You hear just kind of gravel go, "Identify yourself, unknown ship. Quickly."
Real fast, I only got the very end of that because my computer crashed for a second. It all went black, but I'm back. What'd that miss?
Basically, you got a text, hail saying identify yourself.
I see.
We're representatives of Defonda Station, come to speak with the leadership of the CC room.
You kind of hear a pause for a second. Understood. Disarm, turn weapons off on your ship, follow this flight path, do not deviate. Understood?
Understood.
With that, you see kind of the fighters kind of fall in the line on either side of you. And one of the things too, and you guys have all been in, like you've been to Coruscant, you've been to other sensitive areas for your relative factions. It's a bit overkill. Like they've got like a ridiculous number of fighters out there. Like it's almost in Vars, you pick Vars and Val. You guys pick this up fairly easily. It's almost fighters would be almost danger of tripping over them, so almost danger of getting in the way of each other with how much force they're sending out at the moment. It's a show of force, but almost inexperiencedly show, if that makes sense. Like people that really haven't had to fight a major war in some time, so they just don't. Hey, let's put a bunch of ships in the air.
Yeah, that'll do it. Just every ship, all the ships.
I gotta just mention, I love the fact when Vars was identifying us, that it all sounded like a question, followed by the longest pause. Like, do you understand? Like, yes. I love that.
Well, you know.
With that,
Tristan's just taking notes and saying internally, yes, this is how to be a leader.
Usually Nova Bowers became a mentor.
Oh boy.
But you guys see these ships lined up and starting to lead you into the planet itself, and you see this is like it's not like built up like a Coruscant, but definitely like kind of in between, like a little bit less than a Corellia. It is very built up, very modern, but the technology looks kind of parallel but different than kind of the galactic standard that you're used to. It's definitely kind of clear they grew up in isolation, but you do see kind of different areas, kind of these rows of skyscrapers, advanced buildings, some areas where the natural life has been allowed to grow, but they kind of lead you to kind of the outskirts of one of the, you kind of fly past one of the major cities, but they lead you to the outskirts, but you do see, it looks almost like more of a militarized base. And they kind of give you like some heads up going land and deck 3. And you see kind of this deck highlighted. Everybody give me a perception check as you see that highlighted deck.
Ooh, so I have keen hearing and sight, and this is a sight roll, so I have advantage.
Yeah. Perfect. Vars, you're able to pick out as you look across there. You see kind of like the landing, but you see no threats. Everybody kind of sees that there's no like hostile threats. They do have weapons trained on you and all that. But one of the things that you see as you kind of go towards Docking Bay 3 is you do see across the kind of the expanse of this military base, in almost like a little bit of a garage type thing, but you're able to pick it out. You do see the colors and kind of the silhouette of a Republic diplomacy craft. You kind of see it like peeking out. Not like it's been hidden, but they can definitely kind of push it out of the way. But you do notice that as you guys start to make your descent.
And we're
Does
here on
Vars
the job
make
for the Republic.
any note of that or point at it or anything? Tristan is just watching you like a hawk. It's like, all right, I see a Republic transport over there. What does Vars think about that? Nothing? Okay, noted. Doesn't matter.
Like, we're not the only ones here. I thought they had this might be the actual Republic, not the Separatists? Remnants? I don't even know what they call them. Do they have a name for themselves? Just
Well, kind of colloquially, they've been called themselves the Rebellion. Typically, outside of that, they've been called like Admiral Vexen's crew, pretty much.
all right. All right. So the part of the Republic that's actually fighting versus
And yeah, they've left the Republic, but the Republic.
Yeah.
And if you guys learn, the Republic is, or at least the Supreme Chancellor is still supplying them, even though they've separated from the Republic.
all right.
So, what's the job for the CCRU for the Republic or the Rebellion? Remind me.
The Rebellion. The job for the Republic you guys turned down, or for the Jedi Republic, you turned down with the Chancellor Ovado's son getting shot down over a hostile planet.
I mean,
That's
let's be real.
right.
This is for us, not the remnant.
Yeah.
Yeah. They blew their shot. Quite literally at them. All right.
That you escorted down, you guys are able to make landing on the planet. And as you guys come out, you see probably it looks like a standard hangar so far. But three things probably stand out as you guys kind of land across. You see probably one of the most bizarre species you've come across. You see these large bipedal dinosaur-like creatures. Some of them clutching rifles in their hands. Others kind of dressed in more kind of like diplomatic garbs. You see them kind of clothed with flowing cloths and things like that. So you see them first. You see kind of scuffling in the background, mostly kind of like either with other ships topping off fuel gauges or like checking things and kind of just in the background, even bringing some of the more diplomatic, kind of the more high status members in this delegation, bringing them different things. Like one of them comes out and serves a cup of water. You see like this creature that looks similar to the CCRU, but much smaller, like almost half the size of the CCRU. And you see those ones kind of scuttling and doing a lot of the service or domestic tasks around the station as you guys come across. But the other thing that probably draws your eye is you see these pretty crazy looking droids. You see two models in particular. These ones, like their blasters are trained pretty well upon you. You see the CCRU standing next to these diplomatic envoys. Almost look to be more ceremonial in a sense. Pretty much everybody here is a warrior, so you guys notice like they could definitely shoot their rifle if they needed to, but they're not they're not battle hardened. They're not really. They definitely are doing this more for the service versus protection angle. But you see these droids, and there's two different types that stand out. You see one of them almost looks like an astromech, bigger though. That they've just. You see numerous different kind of outports where weapons or utensils could be utilized through. It's heavily armored, and you see it kind of standing menacingly near one of the envoys. And the other one is you see it almost like looks like a crab or a spider almost. This one has heavy plate as well, and you see it is kind of like visors. Kind of the little headpiece is just scanning between you guys. It is standing off to the side, but definitely seems like it could rush in at a moment's notice. And you see all of this as you kind of greet it and make your way off the ship. And you do see one of the envoys kind of like beckon towards you guys as you disembark. What do you guys do?
Raylax just looking at the CCRU like, you're taller than I expected. She doesn't say that out loud, but she's definitely thinking like, oh.
Yeah, we can't see Tristan's face, but he's got like one eye looking at the giant dino and one at Vars, and he's taken like a right hand position, kind of just flanking right behind Vars's right shoulder, just waiting, but following along.
So Val's gonna step off, and he's gonna have his picture or his drawing that he drew of the CC Rue. And so Val's gonna kind of stroll off towards the envoy. Val is glad to meet your appearance. Such honorable warriors, such ferocious and savage fighters. Val has heard of the CC Rue, and Val would like to honor you. And then I'll present the drawing that I did to the envoy.
You see one of the kind of the smaller creatures runs up and grabs the painting. You see the envoy leaning in, and you do see like its T-Rex jaws kind of open, like showing its teeth. But you do hear kind of like a little chuckle or kind of a good-natured kind of laugh come through it. It goes, "Ah, this one gets us. The CC Rue. We have to fight. We fight with heart. What is your name?"
Val would yeah, and I don't know. I guess you can't start with Val and then say Val. So yes, this honor, the warrior that you speak to, his name is Val.
Well, welcome, Val. This is a perfect gift to start off our conversations. We have been told that the Fonda station would be arriving, and unfortunately, we do not know much about you. Last time we had visitors, shall we say, it did not end the best. And you'll have to understand if we request that you surrender your weapons, at least while you're on the compound.
You can see Val go stiff to that. Val cannot cede his weapon. It is a ceremonial weapon that I've had since I was a young child. I cannot give it over to anybody.
Give me a persuasion check.
No.
You see, he kind of looks at you, looks at the painting that you gave, and he goes, "Val, this is an honorably drawn painting. But those who came before lacked honor. They apparently the one, and we've been told afterwards that he may have some mental issues. He thought we were imaginary and started shooting at us."
Ah, yes, I have heard of that one. Yes, in my society, when they are young with that condition, we send them on the great hunt so they can die with honor. It is such a shame that he has to live that way.
Well, I wish somebody sent him on the great hunt before he came. But we promise to keep your goods safe and accessible upon your ship. But at least for our initial meetings, we'll just need you to disarm to be sure that we don't have any unfortunate events. Unfortunately, we do not know much about your cultures, but you seem to be a varied crew, and we'd hate to have for history to repeat itself.
I'm sorry, I'm just thinking like this dinosaur looking at two Mandalorians and Val like, please disarm, we're begging you. The last ones didn't.
We come to you with open hand, not gripping a weapon. And frankly, we would be stupid to try and initiate any sort of conflict. Especially here. Especially with so many of your mighty droids around us and your fearsome warriors. It is not my intent to engage in any sort of hostilities, but it is part of my culture to not be far from weaponry, or my armor for that matter.
All right, give me a persuasion check. There we go. It was more difficult than the first, but you nailed it. You see, he nods and goes, "Well, you have come, and we are eager to hear more of the outside world. If you do not wish to surrender your weapons, unfortunately, we'll have to keep our droids close by. And I don't know how much you've heard of the renowned droids of the CC but they are the finest warriors in the galaxy, able to conquer any foe with sufficient number."
Oh, those tales have even reached the wilds of Dathmia, my friend.
Dath or what?
Dathmia, my home.
Apologies, it was not in our briefing. But I'm glad to hear that the vaunted might of the CC have spread. My name is Envoy Orgath, and I will be speaking with you during your time upon our lovely planet. Please, this way. You see him he leads you through, and you do see the droids, the ceremonial guards following close after you. And he leads you into kind of like this almost receiving room. You see there's a spot for him on one side, but one of the things, at least Vars for sure, that you notice when you come across into the room, you see a human in blue and white robes, pretty ornate blue and white robes. He's got a smarmy face on. He's got kind of a pale skin, a politician smile. You notice Avon Organa, Senator Avon Organa. In Vars, this is probably years ago at this point, but for both Vars and for us too. But you do notice that he was the senator that was kind of grandstanding during the Survivors of Ayla's trial. The one that was pretty much trying to say anything that he could to get kind of that news bite. The one that was basically just making everything a bigger issue than it needed to be. He had been the one that was runner-up for Supreme Chancellor next to Oveno, but since he lost, was pretty much taking opposite positions from Oveno. That's kind of where you knew he was at before. Everybody give me a lore check as you guys walk in and see him. So Tristan, yeah, you are the one that probably watches the HoloNet news out of this crew, but you do notice that Senator Organa has been the one that's been pretty pro-Yuuzhan Vong within the Republic, or at least not pro-Yuuzhan Vong, pro staying out of this war. He's been the one that pretty much forced Oveno's hand that he would either be voted out of office or they would accept the ceasefire. He's been basically the peace folks have rallied around him, and he's been the charismatic face of that. So you see him kind of just smiling smugly as he sits on kind of the opposite side of where your chairs have been allocated.
We should have killed him. We should have killed him and framed him as a Vong. Back when we took out that other Vong, we should have done it. It would have made things so much easier.
Tristan will just kind of take his left hand and put it on Vars's right shoulder. This senator, I know who he is. He's pro Vong. He's bad news.
Right. As if I didn't have another reason. As if I need another reason to hate politicians.
Is Val within hearing distance when you say that?
I mean, it depends on how close you are to Vars, but I'm not. I'm kind of like whispering through a helmet, unless there's some sort of comms between me and Vars that can be separate. However we want to do that, Mando helmets. But yeah, I mean, sure, you can hear it.
So kind of Val will perk up his ears and then ask the envoy, Ah, for such an honorable species, why do you harbor a traitor and a coward in your midst?
Oh,
You see like puzzlement on like Envoy Orgas's face, but you see like the smarmy smile, like not fade, but it definitely strains on Organa's face, and he goes, "Val, is it? I am a senator of the Republic fighting for my people, and you would call me a traitor?" Envoy Orga, this is why I told you shouldn't meet with these people. Vars, he was responsible for a terrorist attack on Coruscant. I mean, the Oviedo may have you flexed his muscle and cleared him in the public's eye, but we know what he did. I warned you to take their weapons. The other one that was here that shot up your place, Stash? They're all like that. And I tried to warn you, but I know the CCU have their own traditions, and I did not want to step on your toes, but these people are scum. Send them home.
are you not a senator that lost the race for Supreme Chancellor? The Republic's politics are a little foreign to me. But your name sounds familiar.
Yeah, I did. I did lose that last race, but you don't succeed every time you try the first time, and my stock is rising within the Republic, and I was named the envoy to come and deal with the CC group.
The fact that you sit there and spread your slanderous lies and continue to draw breath is an example of the restraint that I possess. I am not responsible for a terrorist attack. I tried to help the Republic, and yet I sit here and am slandered by this worm in robes.
Val. You say you don't know Val, but Val is the hunter of hunters, the destroyer of dreadnoughts. I have slain many with this blade that would cut you down and destroy this society around you, for nothing more than the fact that you possess droids. And yet, you shall strike us down as the terrorists, while you will disarm these people and let them be destroyed within your midst, when you know you have the power to destroy it, when you know you have the power to stop it. So yes, that is why you are a coward. And I find it interesting that traitor is the word that you find disturbing, yet coward you accept.
I did not come here to bandy words with hunters of hunters or Mandalorian traitors. I don't even know where you're from. We've come to give the CCRU and Envoy Orga. Thank you again for allowing us here. We've come to give the CCRU a path to join the galaxy that does not end in unnecessary bloodshed and death. You, as you've seen here, Envoy, you noticed, Vars said he took great restraint not to shoot me in cold blood. Val even said his sword could cut through me in your society as well. Are these the allies you really want?
A moment before you answer. Senator, did you just say you did not come here to talk to great warriors when you were sent here to have diplomatic meetings with great warriors?
I didn't say great warriors. I said I was not to talk to the likes of you. You not like the Honorable CC Rue who have sat next to me. I can say what you are.
This one here, Vars, is much like what I've seen of the CC Rue with their droids. Now, I am not fully... I do not understand droids much, but this man here brought the Basilisk back to the Mandalorians. This one here, and she'll point to Tristan, he likely can tell you far more about the story than I. But even I have heard about
how Voss brought back these great droids fold.
You see Orgoth pipes up with that too, and looking between Tristan and Vars. You all are droid makers as well.
Yes, well, the knowledge was lost to our people for a time, but through great effort and research, we were able to bring them back into the fold, so to speak. I was hoping to get an opportunity to study your own droids, and perhaps learn, and maybe share information. Perhaps our societies can help each other.
You see Orgoth nod and go, well, we'd be very interested in seeing your droid. But please, retrieve it from your ship. We would like to look it over.
Tristan will immediately like kind of stand at attention and be like, I can do this. You can stay here.
Perfect. And you guys, Tristan, you were able to go. The room is like, they allow you guys to sit. You see some of these smaller, kind of like off-colored CC kind of, or look like the CC but they're much smaller, kind of coming through and like serving down water and refreshments and these weird bits of food to the table. And unless this group is talking, I imagine it is fairly quiet as they wait for Tristan to come back with the basilisk. I don't think we've ever actually introduced the basilisk on the screen. Vars, I know you're still building it out, but do you have any concept of what this basilisk looks like? Anything unique about it?
I've been kind of trying to find the right feel for it using AI art. I think this might be the closest to what I was going for. Let me post that in the general one Discord.
Let me check.
Perfect. And for the viewers, what does that look like?
Well, it's a large quadruped with a stocky body. Lots of lights and stuff. A quadruped mechanical bestial-like sort of droid with laser cannons mounted in the front, and more to come as I figure out the stats for it.
And,
I mean, I can throw it as my background real quick too.
oh, sick! Yeah.
Oh, that looks dope as hell.
You do see Orgoth kind of look appreciatively on as the basilisk comes into view. And he goes, are all the galaxy's droids like this?
This one is specific to our culture, our people. There are other droids in the galaxy, but none like our own.
You see Senator Avon Organa pops up and he goes, oh, Vars. Now, the basilisk droids are well known throughout the galaxy. Don't be so modest. How do your people use them again? And could you tell us more about the Mandalorians?
They're used to wage a war.
Orgoth, don't let him be modest. They typically ride these down through the atmosphere and siege whole planets with them. Between us, we've always found the Mandalorians to be a bit of a brutish species.
What the senator might be trying to tell you is that we have a rich history of testing our mettle against the galaxy. And sometimes coming out on top, but we come back from our failures and we persist. And the galaxy needs us right now more than ever. And they need this droid, and they need your droids. Combining our technology, you can clearly see that there's an advantage there.
Additionally, if I may speak up, Everything the senator said sounded like a compliment until he called the Mandalorians brutish. I I have ridden rancors before, but the image of a Mandalorian riding a mechanical beast through the atmosphere has been burnt into my brain ever since I heard the stories of it.
Legendary stories
Exactly.
that we will be able to witness very soon once again.
So,
Perfect. One of you three roll a persuasion check.
Definitely not me.
Vars!
Does Vars have better persuasion than Quaylog too?
I don't know. I need to double check because Quaylag is a. Yeah, they're the same.
Oh, the same. Okay.
I say we burn an inspiration on that.
Oh yeah, and a quick question: would that be at advantage at all between three people all kind of tearing the senator apart?
Especially with the senator. I don't know. I have a feeling everything he's saying so far would have been on our side up until like they're brutish short.
Oh no, Tristan. I don't know about Vars, but Tristan would have definitely like went at Brute. Like, yeah, looking at Vars, and Vars is like stoic, not even moving, and I just shut up.
Well, it's just it's a good thing that you can't see eyes in these helmets, because right now Vars is trying to burn a hole to this smarmy piece of yeah. It's like, maybe I'll get lucky and we'll leave at the same time and I can murder you before you hit hyperspace, you piece of
So you guys don't have advantage, but you have 2 inspo in case you do want to burn one.
Let's make it 1. I refresh the page. Come on, persuasion. Let's throw a. That's better. That's a yummier number.
You see Orgoth kind of leans in and goes, "You right? The droids through the atmosphere at the battle?"
Well, yes.
That's very intriguing. Are the droids, can they not fight on their own?
Yes.
You guys see him look, he kind of looks between some of the other CCRU in the room. He goes, "That is very bold. Innocent Admiral, are you not worried about dying away from your home planet?"
It's possible, but what else are we to do?
Well, as Val has so valiantly noticed, we are warriors. We also very good droid builders. We like our droids to go and handle the fighting, and we defend the home planet while the droids are away. But you guys are very bold, a warrior panache. Interesting.
We're not people.
You're obvious, Vars.
Yes, pride in our people.
Oh, what did you say about other people?
Oh, it's a point of pride with our people.
Warriors, that is intriguing. I wouldn't call them brutes, but but it is intriguing. They willing to go and fight far from their home planet alongside their droids. There is a sense of admirability about that. That's not the CCRU way.
I imagine we'll learn much of each other's cultures with this exchange, but we do bond with the droids in a way.
How so?
Well, we're over time with a writer. It almost begins to sort of anticipate how we would function in battle, and complements us. It's symbiotic. I hope to build that relationship with my own as time goes on in this conflict.
we'd be most curious to see how that works. Kind of see him pause, and you see his like face scrunch up for a moment. How do you power your droids?
No. With power cells?
Okay. Anybody can roll an insight roll on this one too.
How do you power your droids?
Ooh, nat 20.
Nice. 2 nat 20.
Oh
shit.
my goodness!
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, everybody does really well there, except for poor Val. Val, I thought you were just not along at the moment. But Tristan, you definitely noticed that as Vars just says power cells, that the like Orgoth was a little bit kind of thrown off. Vars and Quaylog, you look at Orgoth, and he, especially as Vars, you asked him how he powers his droid. You seem he seems confused when you said power cells, and then a little bit apprehensive as you asked, because his body language tensed up, or was kind of like slumped in confusion, then tensed up and a little bit of apprehension. And you see him kind of quickly shake his large T-Rex head and goes, "Trade secret. Just power cells, though. Just regular fuel."
Yes.
Curious.
How are basilisk droids maintained? Because out of this, I know that they're like semi-sentient, but I remember them being like fed something. I read it in the game. They eat something, literally.
Oh, Basilisk?
Yeah.
They are semi-sentient. I didn't remember them eating anything, but it's been a while since I've read anything about them.
Because I don't think it's necessarily like a power cell or energy cell, but it is something like similar to that. Like, but it's something else. Okay. I'm looking this up while we're figuring this out.
So Quaylag's gonna pitch in real fast. Just
To think the CCRU has developed something so different from the galaxy that merely power cells leaves you in such bewilderment and, if I'm able to tell, almost disappointment. Trade secret, yes, but it has got me very curious. And of course,
and she shows her hand for a moment as she reaches down, brings out one of her power cells for her energy bow, and
it's a good thing we kept our weapons, thus I can give this to you. Here.
And at first she's going to hand it to him, but realizes better and hands it to one of the little mini CC roos,
so you can see exactly what we use.
Yeah, the little dinosaur grabs it and kind of scurries it over. And you see, almost as he's handed to Orgoth, he almost drops it. And you see Orgoth's been a very pleasant individual up until now. But you see, almost like he snatches the power cell and pushes the dinosaur, and he goes, "Lousy quack, back way," and just very, very dismissively, very rudely gestures the Puek away. And that's what the little dinosaurs are called, Puek. I forgot how it's spelled. There's a ton of consonants in it, but it sounds like Puek. Which is kind of like the CC rule. If you look, there's a lot of K's and a lot of W's and everything they do. But with that, he kind of backhands the Puek, takes the power cell, and you see him take out his a little pad that looks similar to a data pad, slightly different, just kind of the difference in technology. Kind of well suited to smaller hands for these creatures. And you do see him kind of plug into the power cell, and he goes, "Curious, your droids are powered with the same energy?"
Well, yes, but and larger variants of that. And they're rechargeable. So
Do we want to go with the stuff that just got posted up, courtesy of our other Mando?
Just saying that's plants and alcohol, unrefined alcohol ingredients. So it's weird.
That is weird. So
we give our droids a vegetarian diet and gratuitous amounts of alcohol.
And we shove them full of booze.
I think it's
Low cap plasma and unrefined Mandalorian narcoleph. So, booze and magma. Or, I don't know. So you tell me, Tegan, what do we feed these? Is it power? Is it booze? Is it powerful booze?
We'll go with plasma and the unrefined the alcohol, that portion. Yeah, you'll definitely see kind of Orgoth. We'll take that piece into if you guys mention it. But he'll look at the power cell and kind of you mentioned there, and he goes, as I said, trade secret. But, and I mean this with our highest regards, our power's a bit more longer lasting than yours. It takes one charge, and then it runs forever. This is very good, though, too. And he passes it back.
Tristan's head just turns to Var's like,
forever. Forever, ever.
You see Quillag's about to take it back, be like, no, you keep it until it clicks in her head too, forever, and they would not need that thing in a million years. One of those,
can I insight check that the forever part when he says that? Maybe he's just trying to show off, or
I'm not sure. Give an insight check.
Let's see.
How do I get on that insight check? Oh, I don't need to join in on that insight check.
Yeah, you look at him and his body language, he puffed up a little bit and confidently handed it back to Quelaag. You don't see his eye. He made proper eye contact. He didn't look down. His body language is confident. Still, you still see a bit of confusion, as you guys mentioned, kind of both the power cells as well as feeding plasma and booze to the droids for power, but he definitely feels his is superior.
Yeah, you can tell.
So it's a belief. It's a belief that it lasts forever, not necessarily that it actually does.
It didn't look like his body language didn't indicate any lie.
Okay.
I mean, they may not have left one on forever, but he certainly believes it is possible.
Val, you were saying?
Oh yeah, so Val is clearly the person at the party that didn't hear about what everyone else is talking about. It has just no clue, but doesn't want to say it, so he's just nodding. Because normally he takes pride in not knowing how a fuel cell works or what a fuel cell is, but clearly he wishes he did right now.
So, just to be clear, you've had droids in motion for years, decades, centuries, and have never had to replenish their power source?
No, they'll run and run. Sometimes they, older models in their programming. Sometimes you have to junk them. But the power, it lasts forever. We've used the same power to power our ships, our droids, anything worthwhile.
Even the magics of Dathomir have not achieved something such as this.
Well, I'm sure you lot, being warriors and hunters of hunters, our scientists have asked for a chance to demonstrate their wares. And we, as a sign of respect, to be above board, would like to see how your people fight. Would you like to tie your hand against one of our droids? Or two?
Val perks up to this one.
Yeah, Tristan gets excited, but tries to hold it in and be stoic, like the great mighty Vars.
Quaylag doesn't. He puts her hands into the air, just like, yes! Like, this is what she came for.
You see? Oh, go ahead. You're on mute, Bart.
I would be honored.
I'd be honored. It would be a great opportunity to test ourselves against some of your well-made creations.
Well, good. It'll be curious to see how you perform against them. You kind of see a point to Senator Avon. We tried to get some of his guard, and they were battered and bruised at the end, let us say. But as I said, this will not be a fight to the death. This is just us seeing how you perform against our droids and admittedly taking some notes and data on how the vaunted Mandalorians, Val, Hunter of Hunters, in the Dothamirian fight.
Well, don't, and Kelborn as well.
Val would love to take you down, testing my metal flesh and skill. Yes, I will show you how Val fights with a blade.
You see, you guys are very curious that you fight with a blade. I thought they were pretty much extinct out in the galaxy. We use our blasters, our droids, they have some whips. But it'd be interesting to see that. You see Senator Avon kind of like holds up his hands from Jack, like, I believe we were here to talk diplomacy. How can we do these games another time?
Not
This was the best you.
this honor that has been bestowed upon us. You had your chance and you failed. Now it is ours.
I appreciate the enthusiasm. And Senator, pipe down.
You see, he kind of like, he starts, he's like, I am a senator, and you kind of see him just straighten his robes and go, but of course, I apologize. You go enjoy your games. Envoy, if you don't mind, I'd like to make my way back to my ship. I'd like to rest for a moment.
Before anything, Quaylag, I forgot my own character's name for a second. Quaylag's gonna go to the CCRU representative and just kind of like, as she's passing, stop for only a moment to like whisper like secretly to him.
Keep an eye on that, Senator. The Republic, sometimes they are more tricksy and sneaky than they appear.
On that note, Tristan is definitely keeping a very sharp eye on him. Is there any sort of lead on him when he says, "Oh, I'm going to go to my ship and rest"? Does he come off as being dishonest? Like, does it look like he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go rest"?
Yeah, give me an insight check.
I've been rolling hot tonight. This is where my luck ends.
Nah. What are you talking about? Yeah, baby.
I have not rolled lower than a 17, I think.
Well, let's hope that keeps up.
Solid. The senator, though, is very hard to read. He has a politician's face. You see kind of the annoyance fading. It's one of those ones you can't tell if he's lying or telling the truth because his face pretty much just looks the same. Some people say for politicians, lying is speaking for them, and at least for this read right now, you get that same feel.
Okay, then.
I feel like it'd be too meta if I tried it, because I'm like, I've got to.
I've got a feeling.
Yeah. Paranoid brain is winning right now.
Oh,
He
I know.
seems like the guy to try and sabotage something. He just has that air about him. I mean, he
Yeah.
already sabotaged the Republic.
Yeah.
Jokes on him. I actually put all 3 of my frag grenades inside of his shuttle before I came back. So when he opens that door, Tegan,
Yeah, just casual retcon. Whoops.
Where's Dash when you need him?
Right? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's not allowed back on planet. He's not allowed.
Yeah.
Just imagine being banned from a planet.
It's not the first planet.
Be his last.
It's really a surprise he's still out on Coruscant. It's but you do see the senator leaves and Envoy Orgoth gestures you guys towards kind of like deeper into the facility, and you see it kind of going into kind of like the more almost lab section of the facility. You see kind of droid parts scattered around. You see a lot of the CC-RU with the Puek assisting them, grabbing parts, kind of researching different pieces, almost like in. No insight roll needed or perception roll needed. It almost seems like they're putting on a little bit of a show as you guys walk through. You see them testing equipment, kind of putting the final touches on different droids and different starfighters and attack models and advanced droids. It really seems like they're trying to show off the vaunted might of the CC-RU as you guys pass through. But eventually you're brought to like this little testing area and take this little elevator ride down. And you see 2 droids on the other side of the facility. You see one of them looks to be like that astromech droid model you came across on the landing bay, but stockier, kind of the same thing, stockier, heavier armored with just numerous different weapon ports and kind of a different upgrades added to it. And then you see this large crab-like creature on the other side, gold armor plating with just strong, kind of strong and quick-looking appendages, and you see its eyes kind of swifting to and fro. Oh, I forgot something. You do have a Force user with you, Horace. Not Horace. Quaylock. Give me a charisma save as you approach.
Oh.
Charisma. Let's see here.
Huh.
Let's see, saving throw.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
There you go.
Critting today. This is a good one for it too. So as you walk up, these droids are closer to you than the ones that have been even on the landing bay. As you reach out to the Force, kind of preparing yourself for the battle, you feel like droids are usually like Vars's Basilisk. It exists in the Force, but you feel more like electronics and whirring. It's not like a blank spot like the Vong, but it doesn't really cast an aura in the Force, if that makes sense. These things, though, they are bright in the Force. These droids, they cast their own aura. With that 22, that aura is howling in pain. It is there. It is strong. It is bright, but just almost just torturous pain. The droids seem stoic, seem droid-like, pretty much, of pain just radiating through them as you kind of peer at them in the Force.
So Quaylag was like stretching, and then you see her like look at one of them. At first, she has a big smile on her face, like, yeah, we're gonna fight these, and that slowly drops, and she goes pale, and her face just keeps dropping, and she kind of reaches out and starts. Whoever's closest, probably Val. She starts at first like lightly tapping him on the shoulder before like roughly trying to like shaking him almost to like get him to see what she's seeing. Unfortunately, that's just not possible. But like she just kind of turns and goes, "That's not right. That's not right. Something's wrong. The droids, they're screaming. Something is in agony. Something inside them. They have a presence in the Force, and it is pain, it is torture, it is torment. The Sith of the Dominion can cause some terrible things, but that right there, that is harrowing to say the least.
So you can see Val kind of like blinks a few times, like trying to take this in, and then just kind of pauses. Val does not understand droids. They do not have a soul, or what you would refer to as the Force.
These do. And they're in pain.
The
How's
droids
that
have
possible?
droids have no honor because they have no soul. They and you just kind of like sputters, like just confused.
Well, is it their soul?
Nah, Val does not understand these things. Ask someone else.
And so Clay like turns to Bar instead and explains it again, just like these droids.
Tristan's in mid conversation with Bars, like checking all the seals on his suit, making
Yeah.
sure that all of his plate or whatever, his armor's like covering all the gaps and making sure everything's good. And like, so what kind of armaments you think they got? That one's got a big gun over there. Looking forward to that. Just checking the pauldrons and checking
The
around.
droids
the neck
have
and
force
saying,
and they're in agony.
keep your head low in there, sir. I got
No.
your back.
And I've got yours. Just remember, momentum is your best friend. Move with it. What do you mean? What are you talking about, souls? What?
The droids have force. They have the force. They have a presence in the force, and it's in agony. Pure pain. Torture.
Can we shoot it?
Of course.
Yeah.
All right, we're good.
I
This.
just find this a bizarre thing because the closest thing I've seen to a droid with any presence in the force are the Basilisk. But those, they're not. That's not anything. These are screaming, howling, singing things of just. It's horror.
Look, I don't know much about the Force, but I know that when you're strong in it, you give off like a brighter color. Does that make sense? Is that right?
Hold on, let me check to see if Quaylak
Where's
has
Malachi
foresight.
Union?
Nope, no foresight. So Quaylak just looks to you like, what the hell are you talking about?
Like when they're sensitive to it, they can channel it or use it. It's strong. Is it that strong, or is it just like people strong?
Vegan?
Yeah, you would guess. So it doesn't seem like a force sensitive as you reached out to it. And one of the things, that Tony, I'll give that to you as well. Walking through like all these CC-Roo, they seem like not cut off from the force like they use on Vong. You can feel them through the force, but all these people you've walked through, you haven't really felt anybody that seemed to be bright in the force. Like even somebody with like a monochrome, even like a bare minimum of force talent. They are all like just low, very almost no metachlorian count. But with that, the droids though, they don't seem like force users. But they do kind of give off that same glow outside of the torment and outside of the kind of the agony of a living being.
It's as if they are alive, and you have strapped that living person to a Dominion truth chair.
Well,
Val just pats him on the shoulder and says, "Ah, yes, good friend. Calm down. Calm down. I have heard of many of the beasts on Dathomir. When we get back, we will go on the great hunt. I assure you, you will have honor."
Thank you. This is very reassuring. However, I simply. It's like. I wasn't expecting to see machines with souls, is all.
Well, put it out of your mind. Focus on winning, whatever that means. Okay.
With that, you guys are kind of lowered to the floor. You see these creatures, or these droids, with the force presence of a creature staring back at you, ready to do battle. You hear Envoy Orgoth over the speaker go, "Thank you again for letting us demonstrate our power. As we've said, this will be an exhibition match. Feel free to rough up the droids, but to know they will not land any killing blows upon you." So enjoy this, as our people will be taking notes. I'm glad to get to see your people in action. With that, let the fight begin. Yeah, you guys should be able to see the map now. Let me get that up for you all. Yeah, we're gonna get a little combat with these creatures. Yeah, so everybody give me initiative. And with your roll initiative, we are going to take a quick 5-minute break and come back and see how this combat goes. And as I said before, too, before we go to break, the CC-Roo are one of my favorite weird species for Star Wars, so I'm looking forward to get to more of their craziness.
Man, my
So
roll
we'll come
just.
back at 8:40.
I'm excited.
back, everyone, to part 2 of Occupation Session 17. The crew has landed on the CC home planet, got to meet with the envoy Orgoth, and got to come across the droids that the CC are known for, with Orgoth asking them to compete in an exhibition with these droids so that their people could see how the people of the galaxy fight, and the group can get a better look at the CC droids. With that, Quelaag found that these droids have a presence in the Force. Typically, droids are kind of just blink or exist with kind of their electronics and components, but not as beings within the Force. But found that these creatures are all kind of vibing in the Force, but with an aura of torment. But with that, though, the crew is going to get their chance to face off against them. And Quelaag, you kick it off.
All right, so against the bad vibe droids. Let's see here. Gotta measure something out. And what's the range of that? 30 feet. Got it. So Quelaag's gonna kick this off by going just about to here, running up, and is going to cast a spell onto this droid here.
All right.
Just make sure I messed that up a little bit. Need to be there. We go. And Quelaag's going to cast something that surprisingly does affect droids: Affliction.
Nice.
That DC can't. Oh, I guess it is. Wait, no. Is Quelaag's proficiency bonus +2?
It is.
Oh, so that is. Oh, dang! Then it just passed.
Yeah, it's 8 plus 2. Yeah, 8 plus your charisma plus 2.
Dang. Well.
Does it have any effects? Oh, no, it doesn't. Yeah, so you see the creature. How does that look as you get it going?
So, Quelaag will extend her hands, and a green, kind of glowing ichor, the power of the Force, will shoot out towards this droid. But, of course, it is a droid. The Force, how it affects it. Quelaag's a little uncertain about this, especially seeing, like, the screaming, agony, and her ability doesn't quite go off. She tries to shake that off, though, and will, let's see here. There's nowhere to hide.
Unfortunately, not really hide on this one. It's going to give you a little training ground type map.
All right, so Quelaag will keep in position. No bonus action to use right now. At least not yet. So that'll be Quelaag's turn.
All right. Tristan, you're up.
Are these boxes in the corners high ground at all?
Oh no, they're like pillars. So they're like columns, I should say. If you've got a jetpack or want to climb them, they are like 20 feet tall.
I don't think I have a jetpack. I don't see jetpack listed.
I don't think you do.
Can I have a jetpack?
What's that?
Can I have a jetpack?
Unfortunately, if you could roll a d20, you get a 20, you get a jetpack.
Jetpack. On a 20, I get it?
Listen, we've been cruising all day.
You just sealed your fate. All right, here we go. Easy. Easy. Easy.
Oh, shit. Fair enough. You got a jetpack.
What? All right, guys, I just want you to know I'm counting my rolls since they've been crazy. That's 4 17s and 19 and a 20 that I've rolled tonight. So now comes the natural ones. All right.
You gotta reload the page. You gotta reload the page right now.
I'm definitely not reloading. The computer is hot. Okay, so I want to get on top of the closest pillar, 20 feet. before I do that, well, they haven't moved. They're about 55 feet away from me. So if I go up 20 feet high, can somebody do geometry for me real quick? That would still put me within 100 feet, I believe, right? That'd be around like what, 80 feet away, 90?
Yeah, you
almost?
should be good.
Okay. So,
A squared plus B squared. Oh boy.
oh god. Dude, it's way too early for me. It's 2 a.m. I'm dying. Okay, I'm gonna fly up on top of the. Guess I can't do that. It says token collide.
I think you have both of them highlighted because you just moved Quay lag
you
over a wee bit.
I don't know how I did that, but that's really weird.
I think
Hit
that's
escape, maybe.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's what it was doing to me the other day.
Okay, I want to move to the corner right there.
Can I
Fly up
move?
to the corner right there, and then I just take a kind of defensive position up there. I pull out my blaster rifle, and I'm gonna hold my attack for whichever droid Vars attacks first. I'm gonna use my full attack of two attacks in a grenade right at it. Actually, I don't think I can do the grenade because it's 35 feet, but I'm gonna definitely shoot it with the blaster end. That's my turn for now.
All right. Val, you're up.
Right. So Val is going to be surprised that the other two acted before him, but then kind of smirks when he sees that they are useless. All right. So I'll use
I'm just saving my abilities for later, I swear.
And I'm going to run up on the big one because that is the appropriate direction. Oh no, now I'm doing it. Oh no.
Are you moving the other ones too?
Yeah, if I move them, it's going to move all three of them. Let me reload.
Try hit escape and see if that helps.
Yeah, I'm going to come back in.
Does Vars have a jetpack as well? Oh, buddy.
I almost never use it though.
We can be sustained air for a maximum of 10 minutes.
It's like, oh, let's see how you fight. Well, we hover over the battlefield and pick off your robots.
Hell yeah.
No, they're gonna have ranged.
Still going to do it because if I let go,
That's
it's gonna
okay.
move all three. Yeah, I have all three selected. Maybe.
I'm sorry, I have to do it. The CC Roo sing the Mandalorians fly. They fly now? They fly now?
They're flying now. Kill me.
Actually, does someone want to move me up? I'll just move up on here.
So where do you want to move to?
Yeah, like up here. Yeah.
Right there.
So bonus action dash.
He's not here.
On the
I'm
slot.
sorry.
No. I'll make. So I'll use my. Man, I haven't played Val in so long. I forgot all of the names. My Blade Master feat to get one crit range. So I'll crit on an 18.
Nice.
And I'll make 2 vibro attacks. All right. 16. I assume that misses.
Yeah, unfortunately, you see kind of a ping across the droid's hard carapace.
All right, one more. All right.
All right.
Oh, just barely not.
All right, for 8.
That's how they all look for Val.
So I just kind of dash up, The first, no pun intended, the first one, I kind of underestimate how thick the armor is. Slightly impressed with the build, and it pings off, and then I kind of recollaborate and take a more precise swing at one of the legs.
Nice. All right. You see this little droid kind of wheeling about, but then you see it start to like shift between you. Kind of, I hear it go marking targets. But Quaylog is going to focus upon you. So you see the big blaster swivel around, and you see this little section in its middle open up. And you see the big blaster let off a blast, and you see a rocket follow quickly after.
A rocket?
So give me a DC 16 deck save as it unleashes with the blaster. Luckily, you guys are spread out too, but then it is going to shoot a rocket at you as well.
Oh no.
So give me another DC 16 dex throw.
So saved on the rocket, the blaster.
Well, the rockets are the ones you want to save on. So you take 12 damage from the blaster, 15 from the rockets. As you see this creature, this droid is like just letting loose with the kind of everything it's got. Its gear packet, but Quaylog luckily dodging the explosive fires from the rockets. All right, Vars, you're up.
All right. Going to move up to about here. Is that perfect? All right. And he's, I'm assuming we're already, it was a fight, so we're already armed and ready, all right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So he's going to take his heavy pistol and fire a shot at the little one. So
that'll it.
Okay. And so that one's got I forget what the cold does. Cryocell. That's deals cold damage instead of normal damage, and it has to make a Constitution save.
All right. It'll fail.
All right, so it gets a slowed level until the end of its next turn. And let's throw in just look at that, a little extra damage.
Oops. All right. So you get one more
Okay,
shot,
don't
right?
forget your held action.
Yeah, I was about to say. So
Okay.
immediately, like following.
Vars has one
following
more shot, though, too.
What's that?
But I've got one more shot, but I'm going to make it a little better for you.
Oh,
I'm okay, so same thing. I'm going to repeat the same attack. So and fail. All right. I guess the miss from the cold made it a little hard to spot. So never mind that extra bit I was going to help you with. Just ignore
don't worry,
that.
I got
Are
you,
you action
boss.
surgeon or are you keeping it?
Okay. Oh, why not? I get to attack 2 more times, right?
Yep.
Yeah, screw it. Why not? Let's blast into this thing. All right. So another attack. Does a 17 connect?
Does.
All right. Let's roll some damage. Normal. Another con save.
It'll fail.
All right, so that's an extra 3 damage. I'm also going to throw out Yeah, use this. Giving my allies an opening. You're the spirit. The next attack rolled by somebody else has advantage if it's made before the start of my next turn.
Oh,
So let's throw in that extra damage. And one more, right?
yep.
All right. That's another attack. Trying to freeze this little guy. The 20 connect. I hope so. Yeah, it does. Right? Yes.
Yeah, you have 17.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
It'll succeed on this save. Before we pass it over to Tristan, how does Vars' barrage of blaster shots look?
So he knows not to trust the little one. He just knows that there's some sort of deadly thing. So he's just like, all right. Let me see how this reacts to freezing. So he just unloads pew, 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 just a bunch of cold fly in that thing's direction. Maybe it's not something they're used to fighting against. At least that's his hope. And I think that it still takes half damage, right? Successful, it takes half and isn't slowed. So it still takes. Yeah, cryo's pretty nice. All right.
Perfect. All right, Tristan, jump in.
Jump in with your.
Tristan through his helmet is like, Lisan al Gaib! And he will shoot his blaster rifle. First one is at advantage, right?
That's correct.
This attack is at advantage. Boom.
What?
And then he'll take his second attack. And these two shots are just right in between the first and second shot of his action surge. So it's and then he does his action surge and he takes the first shot and it's backed up by two fast shots by Tristan. And then here's the second one. Miss, I think, 13.
Yeah, unfortunately, you see it kind of just pinging off the droid's carapace.
He's like smart going after the rocket launcher.
Well, and with that, I'll use a bonus action to. I don't think I'll need it because there are only two of them, but to engage the Sentinel Mastery defensive stance.
Okay, I am also going to bonus action aggressive, which will allow me to move up to my speed towards a hostile creature that I can see. So I want
Unfortunately, you can only hold an action or a bonus action.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, right. I just thought of that as soon as I was saying it. Okay, cool. No worries.
Perfect. But you see the sparks starting to fall off of the CC-RU security droid as your bolts kind of start bleeding through its armor. But now the advanced droid is up. And Val, you see this droid kind of regarding you with just its like crab-like face. You start tentacles emerge, these metal tentacles coming out of its shell and start to surround you and just start to slash at you viciously. So you see the first one comes out, slashes at you. You see sparks flying off of it as it comes near.
If it's a attack, he has disadvantage.
Oh, is disadvantage? All right. How do I see disadvantage?
So let me. I got the Defil Mimper.
Oh yeah.
So until I'm damaged.
Perfect.
You got
So
the displacer cloak?
Yeah.
Sweet. So that first one will miss. And then so you see like the sparking one kind of flies overhead. And he comes at you with the slicing tentacles. Well, let me put how do I put that? There we go. Oof.
And
That one, unfortunately, looks like it will hit. What's your AC again? Is 20 or 21?
It's 21, but I'll use my reaction to increase my AC.
Solid.
I do this. Sorry, I have to find exactly what it is, but I think it's.
Perfect. I'll roll those last two while you're looking that up.
It should be the the weapon focus. Really?
Yeah, well, you're wielding a weapon in one hand with which you are proficient with no other weapons. When a creature hits you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to add your proficiency bonus to your AC for that attack, potentially causing the attack to miss. So I'll use my reaction to stop the 21. The 24 will hit though, and then he won't have a disadvantage on the 17.
Perfect. So you block that first. You dodge the first tentacle, block the second, but the third makes its way through. Oh, so then I click attack again. Click damage. So that first one, you see it bashes into you hard for 18 damage. That second one would be. Oh, what would that be? Well, if it's hitting a 7. Yeah, so the second one will hit as well for 23 damage. So you see, you dodge the first one, block the second one, but from each side it just starts just wailing with these tentacles bashing into you. But luckily, Val, Hunter of Hunters, is still standing and standing strong.
All right. How much do I take in total?
141.
All right.
Guilog, you're up.
All right. So, seeing that the first affliction didn't work, she's gonna pivot away from getting those force powers off to just spray and pray. Taking out her energy bow, she's gonna take some shots. I do have a question though. When it comes to her multi-attack, I saw that she had an ability, but I'm not sure if it counts as the energy bow attack, Blood Trail. Is that just a standard action with no other follow-up attacks, or can that be used and then another attack happen?
So that one, let me see. That one is its own, because it gives you advantage on attack rolls too.
The thing is, I don't know if this thing will still be alive by that time. In that case, Quaylak will just start shooting it. He will cast a force power though right before that, and that will be Hawk.
Nice.
So toss that there to get that extra bit of damage, and then 2 energy bows. Attack. Normal. That's unfortunate.
Oof.
Oh no.
Fortunately, you see it.
So consistently, the Dathomirian is not good against the droids, which is kind of fitting given the fact that I made a mistake because I decided to read some of my force powers and I realized something. Luckily, a good bit of them still affects droids, but also a bit of them don't affect droids.
Fortunately, you see this droid, it's just dodges the first one, and then it's just using its armor to its best advantage, keeping it safe from those energy shots. Are you staying in position, or are you moving at all?
Definitely think Quaylak is going to try and keep this thing's attention. After seeing the massive amount of blast fire and the rocket. Unlike most people who would be a little bit intimidated by this, Quaylak noticed that that rocket came for her and her alone. So if she can keep that attention on her and not have it aimed towards the Hunter of Hunters, Vars, or Vars' fanboy, she's helping out her crew. So she'll actually advance by 1 step.
All right.
Uh-oh. No, I cannot do that because that would move... Shoot. That would move Tristan.
Oh, is it moving? I'll move you up. There you go.
Thank you.
All right,
And that will be
Tristan,
Quilex soon.
you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna move. Only movement. Fly up another 10 feet. So I'm 30 feet up now, and then 20 feet out horizontal, which I think puts me above Qualag. Maybe.
Next to?
Well, above next to on the map. I'll be 30. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll be 30 feet up in the air, but I'll be just yeah. I can't move for some reason. It's between both the tokens, so I should yeah right there. And then I'm just gonna hold my action again and wait for bars. Back my guy up.
No,
That's me.
no, it's fine. Lay into it. You got
No,
this.
that's me. That's me.
Okay.
Val, you're up.
All right. So Val is going to. So I don't think we've seen combat since we leveled. But one of the things about Val is he adapts to those he's seen fight, and you're going to see him kind of take his blade, usually a very whimsical, very finesse move, and he's just going to grip it like he's just like he's got a death grip in it, and he's just going to start hacking away at this thing. You know how Vars fights. So he's just going to use brutish strength against this thing.
I'm gonna hit this thing till it stops moving.
So I'm going to use my last adaptive style to take the berserk fighting style. So I'll get an extra 5 damage on my attacks, I believe is how that will work. And I'm going to use my action surge to make 4 strikes.
Nice.
All right. So 1.
Oh yeah, because Val is a quality build, isn't he? Strength and dex.
Nice. And that is a crit.
Man, I should have said it before you hit the crit.
Are you gonna do anything?
I was going to throw this one of these on there. And I was gonna do weak point strike. In the hopes of there we go.
All right, you can add it to it. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
I don't see why you can't do that.
Yeah. That's so. It would add 4 damage on top of that magnificent 29. And then Big Beastie over there has got to make a save. Damn it.
Nice. So that'll be 34, 38.
Wait,
All right. And so, because I crit, I get an adaptive fighting style back. And my next attack gets to crit. Or doesn't get to crit. It gets to roll with advantage. So let me roll again.
Well, now you have to crit.
It's good.
You guys have been pretty critty today.
Right. And that'll be 7 plus 5, so 12. Right. My third attack. This will be normal.
do you have anything that gives you a minimum damage threshold?
No, I don't. No. I should. That would be smart. So this will be my third attack, and this will be 14.
Nice.
And then my fourth attack. Okay, that's probably going to miss.
I think you rolled damage on that one.
Okay, I was going to say that was really a low roll. Okay, so let me try that again. So this will be my fourth attack. 22.
22. That'll hit again.
All right.
And I will say you are hitting at a very good range too for this creature.
Nice. All right. And so my last attack as my bonus action will be an unarmed attack. Oh, that's probably gonna go wide.
Unfortunately, you kind of smash your claws against the armor on that one, but it rebounds. But how does those first four, pretty devastating, it went from healthy to sparking. How did that all look?
Yeah, so you can tell he just like gets like a death grip. His knuckles are going white. I guess his fur is already white, but you can tell he's like got a good grip on it, and he's just gonna kind of like he's wielding a baseball bat, and he's just gonna whack at this thing 4 times against his body as he kind of advances up on him, and you can tell he's just like he's insulted this thing hit him. Like this is a droid. This has no skill, it has no soul, no honor, and it dares strike him, and he's just gonna whack at it.
Well, Val cuts up this droid as it offends his honor. But with that, the security droid is up. Oh, what's it going to do? It is going to let loose with its blaster. This time it's going to target Tristan.
I'm 30 feet in the air. It can barrage me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Yeah, barrage just needs to be a point. It doesn't need to be on the ground.
Oh my god.
The good thing about not being on the ground, though, is you don't see this little emitter that comes out. And rather than a rocket, you see a deep fire building in it, and you see flames just rushing out at poor Quaylon.
Oh no.
Oh, well, that sucks.
All right, both of you guys give me dexterity saving throws.
Hit that
Let's
guy.
predict flamethrower. It's got rockets and the flamethrower. Dang, this thing's cool. Oh.
So you would take.
Ooh, 88.
Luckily, not too bad. 19 damage. Yeah, the blaster with the barrage,
That's a lot of
you
ones
will
and twos.
avoid it
I'll
just
take
in
it.
the air.
Really
flying
lucky.
through it. Yeah, Quaylog, you will take 19 as that just burns into you and unleashes some fiery flame.
There's a typo somewhere. Is that meant to be 86?
Let me see. It should have been 88. Let me roll quick.
Yeah, because it says 88 in the description, but the rolls are 86.
Oh, thanks. I'll give you a point of inspo for that, but I am going to re-roll it.
Of course.
Oh, that's
Anytime.
But that does put you guys back up
seen
to
what
it.
that.
Oh, man, you see that flames bursting through, and with that Vars, you are up. You see both droids are sparking. Which way does Vars go?
He's going to split his focus a bit. Or no, hold on. So they're both looking really rough.
Both sparking, but both don't look rough yet.
Oh, boy. All right.
I think we need to get rid of the guy who has all the AOE's.
Yeah.
I think Val's got the other one handled, at least in my opinion.
As the one that's currently on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna try with the blaster, the heavy blaster pistol.
All right.
Let me see. Oh, nope, that's not. Okay.
That'll just hit.
Oof. All right. That's supposed to be with the cryo cell. I don't know why it did like that, but
This is crap.
it does.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, it just hits. I'll take it. Ooh. And there we go. That's the con save.
It'll fail.
It'll fail. All right. One slowed level, cold damage. And let's try it again. All right. I'm going to throw in. No, just roll damage and another con save.
It'll succeed.
So it takes that 1 point of so cold damage.
You see some frost starting to build up on its shell.
Yeah, and not that these guys are really moving anywhere, but I'll do the same thing with the bonus action for the Sentinel Mastery.
Now, how those blaster shots look?
Well, he knows the little ones are tricky, so besides Val, the hunter of hunters, seems to have things well in hand with trying to cut that thing down like it's a big tree. So he's just trying to focus on the one so they can then everyone can focus on the other. Just lining it up, letting the shots fly, and hopefully and waiting for this thing to just stop moving.
Perfect. With that, you see the advanced droid sparking. You see its tentacles kind of just flaring angrily. You see the first one come at you, sparks leaping from its blow, but the Mimicker is back up, so it'll roll with advantage.
I gotta take shots at little guy over there.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Hell yeah. So I'm not happy after taking a barrage and dodging it expertly, looking to see if ours even noticed. He didn't. I'm a little unhappy about this. It's fine. I'll make up, and I'm gonna unleash two blaster rifle shots. That'll miss. That will also miss. And I've got
You know, I'll do you a solid. I'll try to. This with the second one. Where is it? The lead by example.
Ooh.
Nice. Give me what do you guys D8 now?
D6.
D6 stuff? Okay. Just enough.
Oh wow. Oh, right there.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Aim lower. It's small.
Hell yeah, big damage. There we go. Let's see. Can I measure this out? It is 30 feet away. I can I can throw a frag grenade 35 feet, and I am 30 feet up in the air. I can arc that, right?
No bonus action.
That's part of my action.
That's part of your action. That's your part of your multi attack.
It's part of my multi attack.
Nice.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, drop grenades in that little thing.
Yeah, drop some throw a grenade.
Shazam! We need a dexterity saving throw, which he'll probably make, but he will take half damage, I believe.
He will succeed. But yeah, give me some damage.
Big damage. Big damage across the board.
Hey, every point helps.
How does that all look as you get that barrage and shots off?
So just look down and I see Qualag get zinged a bit, and I expertly dodge the rockets. Vars doesn't notice me. I go, crap! Pew pew! And the second, or I go, pew! And then the second one, he's like, aim lower! And I'm like, right! And then I hit it, and then I'm just like, I gotta do better than this. And I toss out a grenade. I'm like, take that! My jetpack kind of like flickers a little bit. I'm like, no. That's the end of my turn.
That droid does look it's sparking. You see parts of it starting to fall off. It does seem like it's barely hanging on. Quelo, can you put it down?
I hope so.
Oh, and give me a Constitution saving throw for Hex.
Oh, good call. Save throw.
Oh, I think you skipped the other droid though.
Oh, I did. You're right.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
I would be good if you
Be
skipped.
nice,
What?
right?
I don't know what you're talking about. All 8 of its tentacle attacks missed.
Yeah.
I failed the con save.
Oh, you got 13. What was your damage on that one?
Quillak took 29.
Oh shit!
So
Yeah, you
that
did spell that.
yeah.
You did. All right, I did roll an attack before. Yeah, so unfortunately, that first one will hit.
What was the roll?
24 with
Oh, yeah, I can't
disadvantage.
stop. Okay.
Maybe.
17 con save.
All right. I'm going to use Forceful Vigor. So I'll turn that into a Strength save.
Okay.
So I'll throw that in the chat so you can see it. That was my new thing I picked up. And then so the Strength save. Let's see. Come on. Ooh. That's going to be unfortunate.
That is rough.
What's the target on that thing?
17.
Oof.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful. Hold on.
Do you get 2 reactions due to something?
Not for this, unfortunately. Damn it.
Okay. But unfortunately, you see
Yeah,
that.
if you take the dodge action or Sentinel Mastery. Sorry.
Spark and blow kind of casts down. You see lightning streak through the hunter of hunters, stunning the creature. So let me roll the last of its tentacle attacks. All right. All 3 will hit. 1 will crit.
All right. How much damage was the first one?
The first one was just 12.
Okay. So I'm going to go down. It's just how many hits do I take?
So first one is 21. Or second one is 21 damage. The crit. Not as bad as it could have been. 37 damage. And the last tentacle does 13. How is Val? Is Val up or is he down?
He's down and he has 2 failed saving throws. That the second to last one brought me down. And do we have to roll for wounds?
You don't, because with this being a exhibition, that was hard to say. You don't have to worry about the wounds for this because they're not looking to kill you.
All right.
What about dismemberment?
Also, not dismemberment. They're not looking to disfigure you guys either. This is a diplomatic fight for them to observe you guys.
And diplomatically lose a limb.
Yeah.
It's all politics.
Can we at least see what could have been?
Sure. So roll me 2d20.
Decapitation. Decapitation.
Doesn't decapitation need a net? Oh,
No. First they have to. So yeah, you would have won it because it's nat 1 versus a 19. But if they failed it, you'd have to roll a d100 and see what you lose. Oh, yeah, so you see the creature beat up on you, kind of smashes you with the thing, shocking you, freezing you, and just other 2 tentacles just bash. And then just one final, like almost disrespectful bash. Once you were on the ground, you see blood pouring out of Val, the hunter of hunters. But it is going to move now. It's going to start stalking towards you, Var, so take a shot.
Yep. Let's see. Inventory and
That'll hit in that good range too again.
mhm.
Nice.
And since we got to level 8, one of the thing that I took
Nice.
so Yeah, I'm just gonna take a step back. Take 2 steps back.
Perfect. You blast into it, get yourself some distance. Quaylog, you are up for real. You're burning, but you're still alive. What are you doing?
Oh, one last thing that might not be that big of a deal, but
Oh yeah.
extra 1 damage at the very least. Yahoo! Yeah, 1 damage.
All right.
Quayleg is gonna try her best to take down this this smaller droid here. Let's see. And she's just gonna keep shooting. 2 shots.
That'll hit.
Woo!
Heck yeah!
Nice.
Oh no.
Oh,
so
so that was the second shot, not the damage. All right. Oh, nice. Even better. That take it down. Take it down.
Oh heck yeah!
Yeah, and 12 HP
So
left.
Quayleg just pulls back the energy bogan, lets it loose, and just takes that shot right into where both Mandalorians were just drilling into it, and just lets that shot break through and explode whatever was inside of it, keeping it going. And that misses just starts shooting the corpse yet again, just to make sure she doesn't get droids like all the way, so she doesn't know like if he's seen some droids self-repair, so she's just making sure like it stays down.
Nice.
And could the wreckage serve of that corpse thing right there, corpse thing? Of the droid serve as light cover, or lightly obscured, rather.
Unfortunately, not. It's not a very big droid. If you took on the big one, you'd probably try to use that to hide within, but not the small one.
All right, in that case, Quayleg will just move to around here, and that will be her turn.
All right.
Heck yeah.
Tristan, you're up.
Tristan's a little unhappy that the Mandos didn't get that last shot on there, but he shouts down to the little Night Sister, "Hey, you should probably hide somewhere." And then he's going to not target himself. Why did I do that? That's weird.
Just looking up, she just aware.
I don't know if this will move you. I'm gonna move myself, so remember where you are. I'm gonna move myself. So I'm still 30 feet up in the air. I'm going to move over 30 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh, that didn't.
And I'm going to hold my action.
Why are you waiting on me? Just shoot the damn thing.
Age before beauty and experience before... I got nothing. Go.
Mars just feels old now.
Val, give me a death saving throw. You won't fail on a failure, but you could get or you won't die on a failure, but you could get a nat 20 and get back in.
All right.
So these CC Rue droids are really scary.
Yep. Good thing it's
exhibition match. But,
yeah. But I gotta get those like the equivalent of Colto darts, and just put those on a wrist launcher.
Is that a thing? I hope that's a thing.
I will make it a thing.
Yeah. It should be.
If you go the scholar, the doctor scholar thing, that's basically what he does.
Yeah.
All over the place.
But I just want to buy equipment. I don't want to commit to scholar for pew pew. I feel better.
Vars, you are up.
Okay. All right. Let's
Kill.
come. Yeah, let's do that. But let's come 20 feet this way, and that's still good. All right. So 2 more shots with the chili heavy pistol, and let's see how those go. Uh-oh. All right. Second shot. Uh-oh. Okay. Let's go Sentinel Mastery and bonus action. And actually, no, yeah, there's really, that's, you know what? There's only 1 combatant left. I'll use my bonus action just to activate my own jetpack. Ooh. Uh-oh.
Sure.
And that's where I'll end my turn for now.
All right. How high are you going? Or how high can you go?
I guess I could go 10 feet.
All right.
Yeah, so let's go up 10 feet.
So the only ground target is the.
Actually, no,
Dathomirian
never mind.
witch.
No, never mind. I'll stay.
No,
on the
no, no.
ground.
You can stay. You can stay.
No. It makes sense. I've got an idea. Whatever. Let's move 10 feet let's move 1 more foot this way. Still ground level. And that's that. I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So it
All
is
right.
going to move closer to you, Vars.
Yep, I'm gonna try that shot, see if I can stop it in its tracks.
Take a shot.
Let's see.
There you go.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw in let's just throw in what is it? No, I don't think I can do that. No, never mind. Okay, let's try it. Let's see the damage. $18 points of damage. Can't forget the where is it? The 1d4 and then the con save.
So yeah, roll 2d4 for that.
Well, that's right.
Or sorry, 1d4 plus 4. I'll take half.
That's 7, so. But it stopped in its very mean looking tracks.
It is. So you see the creature kind of like stunned that you stopped it as it's trying to move forward and mow you guys down. As you see that, you see this little blaster cannon kind of emerge from its carapace and take aim. It's going to shoot at you, Vars. Let's see. Why is this not rolling? Did you guys see it come through?
Last thing I see is a con saving throw.
Weird. Let me reload my thing.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Will 22 hit Vars?
It will.
For 19. Luckily, it can only make 2 attacks with its cannon. 19 doesn't hit a Vars, does it? If you have 20, if I remember right.
That's right.
All right.
I am going to. No, that's right. I'm sorry. I already used a reaction this turn to
Blast him.
Yeah.
All right. So as you see Vars shoot it, and its one of its limbs keeping it pinned in place, and you see this cannon emerge, just blasting twice at Vars. Vars is able to kind of use his jetpack to avoid the second, but the first collides with him for 19 damage. And Quelaag, you're up.
All right. So Quelaag is going to look to this big old droid here and is going to try her best to stop it in its tracks even more. Quelaag is going to try again to cast Affliction.
All right. Unfortunately, it will succeed.
Yeah, by a lot there, dang. Shoot. I know we're not on Dathomir, but this is a cool ability, even if I can't use it. That'll be Quelaag's turn.
That. Yeah, not applicable now, but we may see if it make it applicable later in the adventure. All right, Tristan, you're up.
All right. Seeing my Lord and Savior, Lisan Al-Gaib of ours, the future Mandalore, and the future Basilisk Rider, once he fixes it up and attaches weapons to it and stuff. I am going to back up, but as I'm backing up, I'm going to fire at it. So I'm just going to go diagonal like 10 feet and be like directly diagonal of bars, just keeping side by side, but still 30 feet up. I'm just going to make my 2 attacks against it. Where the heck did my character sheet go? Okay, well, I have to go back up. Hit. That's a miss. Hit. That's also a miss.
Oof. You see the droid just moving too quickly for your shots to pierce through as it tries to get itself unstuck from where Vars is blasted.
It's not me, I swear, it's the gun. That's my turn.
All right, Val, give us a D20 death save. Maybe the Hunter of Hunters pop back up. We'll come back to him. But Vars, you are up.
Okay. Let's see. Just for the. All right. Let's take 2 shots. That's a safe bet. So
Sure, it's always a good bet.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw in a precision attack and hope for the best.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw in a defiant and hope for the best. And that's just a 1d4. Oh. That's not how you do that.
Just zoomed in.
Yeah, because I said.
Oh, that's
17.
rough.
Oh.
Yeah, that's just mean. Jeez.
I say for the meme of it, because you spent the precision and the find on it, use an inspiration.
Nah, it's just a. Nah, I'm just gonna try attacking again, see where that
You
gets
get
us.
one more shot.
There you go. There we go. That's a little better. And just 7 damage plus the plus an extra 3 from the cryo. Maybe it fails. Not a chance in hell. And for second one's a bonus action, if I remember right?
Sure.
Okay. I'll do second wind. Not as much for me, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot what the new thing you give it to everybody else, right?
Yeah, everybody gets temporary HP equal to my fighter level. So
All
that's
right.
8. And so let's see.
Thank you.
I don't think I should have updated with you automatically. But add a +1 to that for yourself too.
So plus 13. So that, and everybody gets 8. Well, except for poor Val over there gets 8 temp HP.
Val, give me a D20.
Yeah, maybe you're back up.
All right. Just a straight D20.
Yeah, just a death saving throw.
Okay.
Really glad this is not an actual. Yeah.
I would have been so dead.
Yeah. All right.
Now, if you see Val, like, even though like it was like stun round, just like non-lethal blows, still breathing a little hard as he's trying to come back into consciousness. But the CC-Roo advanced droid is up. Vars, take your shot.
All right. You're just like miss, damn you.
Well, he's got a cool ability that the shots have not been in range for, so I'm hoping he can bust it out now.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. Oh,
That'll hit.
that'll hit. All right. A little bit of.
Do you have like a minimum damage thing?
Yeah, I do. So that's what plus. I forget how much.
I don't remember either.
Plus, it's 3. You can't roll below 3, so it'd be
Yeah.
7 damage.
There you go. 7, and maybe it'll get slowed.
I mean, you've given it slow what 4 or 5.
Yeah, it's 4. I know. I'm just being silly, but hey, just extra damage. Oh no, not even no. One pit of damage.
He will succeed. But you do something useless. His tentacles are his nasty part. But he is going to take shot at you, Vars, with 2 blaster cannons. Oh, look at that was not a crit. All right. So you see blast out twice for 21 total damage as the CC-Roo's advanced droid just unleashes. But this thing is sparking, buckling, and pretty near defeat. Quaylog, can you take it down?
Here's to hoping. Goilag is just gonna shoot at it.
There you go. Keep.
Energy bow. Energy bow.
Well, I did all I could do.
You see energy bolts and blaster bolts just raining across this thing, but it is still standing. Tristan, can you redeem yourself from last round and put it down?
Obviously, I'm a Mandalorian. Looks at Vars.
Yeah, damn right. Come on.
I'm going to just cruise, whirling up above this thing 30 feet this way. So that's 10, 20, 25, 30. And then I'm going to just take my 2 shots at it. Get wrecked. That's a miss. I have you now. That's also a miss. This
Well,
is
you guys'
why.
bad luck had to come into place sometime this session after the start.
Right? You
Yeah.
shouldn't fire your blaster rifle. Looking at you over there, Night Sister. You should not fire your blaster rifle while you're using your jetpack to move. It throws off your targeting and your momentum. Just things, physics.
How unvery Mandalorian of you.
All right, Val. I thought this is the time you can get back up. Give me a detour or a death saving throw.
All right, now's the time. It's gonna happen. It's fate.
So
It is
lucky
not fate.
that this is a 6.
Yeah.
How many net ones specifically to just getting up as Val rolled?
2.
2, and then
Gotta
going
keep
down
track
on
of the session here. I might be getting a feat.
Yeah, you.
So, yeah. As rough, buddy.
But ours, you are up.
All right. We're gonna. How many shots do I have left in this thing? 3. Okay. 1.
This is just proving we need these things to fight the Vong, that these drones are highly effective. Because the Vong has to run up to fight these things. We have the benefit of keeping it at an ample 30 feet.
Yeah. 26.
Nice. We barely up. Why did it move? Oh, we would concert. It'll fail its con save too. It is sparking. It is near death. If you hit, you put it down.
All right. Let's see. I mean, let's try it again.
Yeah,
Put it
Nissan
down.
Al-Gaib.
So, as you think about how you're taking it down, it had this really cool ability that you guys' shots were just out of range for. It has a deflector shield, but you guys either like missed completely or hit like 4 or 5 above.
Oh, man.
Oh.
I was so
Well, that-
worried, Mars, when you were doing like your stack up for Defiant and Target Lock. I need to do it like more. But you just stack all these abilities. I'm like,
Yeah. Not even then. Even then, I was like, oh, hey, nice use of resources there,
I
Bucko.
was really happy that this missed on its own. I mean, I feel like a dick, but I have to use it.
No, I would have laughed. You're good, man.
I'm sorry we didn't get to see it. That sounds really cool. I am glad it didn't happen right then.
But Bars, how do you take down this advanced droid?
All right. Well, seeing. Do I want to make a show of it?
We're trying to show off.
All right. And Vars can tell that it was damn near death by the end of it.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, time to put that jetpack to use. He's got to zoom over and essentially like land on top of it. Why not? Let's bring the cheese. Land on top of it, and as his boots are about to connect, he's gonna shoot it once, land on it, and stand on it triumphantly.
You see the creature crash down to the ground. You see the lights fade out of it as it goes, kind of falls beneath the barrage. And you do hear a stunned silence, but you do hear the envoy Orgoth kind of come over the comms. He goes, "Impressive. The Republic guards fell quickly to these two. It's interesting to see that you're a bit more competent, shall we say. Come, wash up. Put out the flames on that one and wake that one up. And we will join you for refreshment soon. And talk more about this war that you wish to bring us into and the resources that the great CC Rue can bring to bear." You see him cut off Quaylaw, give me another charisma saving throw.
All right.
Big money.
Let's see here. Charisma save.
Nice.
21.
You guys doing with diplomacy missions? You guys are doing well with the out of combat rolls today. Quaylaw, you look at it. You kind of like sense through the forest, kind of reaching back out to these two droids. You just feel the life force slowly fading out of them. You feel some of the pain ease, but as the pain eases, you see kind of almost sense the presence in the force fading until it's almost nothing.
Is there any role Quaylac can make to identify where that presence is in the droid as it's fading? Like where it's culminating to before its last breath?
No role. It really kind of, I almost feel like it suffuses the droid. It's not like it's a standard like power source where it's concentrated in the battery. It almost feels like it's in the shell of the droid.
That's even more horrific. So yeah, Quaylac just looks at that with almost a terror on her face, but it soon kind of like becomes she tries to hold that like stoic look, and as she's walking away, she is thinking like, whatever power source that is, the Sith would love it.
After Quaylac being from the Savinian, that does seem something the Sith would be all right with. Yeah, as you feel that life force fade, and kind of like these like, as you look at it again, like after like the pain, the life, and this presence in the force, it just feels like a regular droid now, a battered, broken droid, but it nothing special about it anymore. As the last bit of light flickers from the screen. But with that, we'll wrap up today's session. We guys will pick it up next time. Potentially learning a little bit more about the powering process for the droids, and a chance to bring the CC-Roo and their fearsome droids into the war on the side of Tafanda Station, though you'd have to contend with Senator even from the Republic to see if you can outwit the Senator and convince the CC-Roo that you all are the faction worth fighting for. Yeah, we'll pick up next session on that one. So fortunately, will be the 7th of May on that side. We'll pick back up, wrap up. This one probably should be finished in the next, in one session, hopefully. And then we'll dive into some more content. Depending on what crazy decisions the crew makes there, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in, and till next time.